Guys, welcome back. We're into week 5 now of BlinkDOTA UK, and we got some what should be a very good Limbo tier game. Crazy going up against PerilousRAZE. And I'm Zambrella, back after my week off, and joined by Azrael Games. So yeah, this should be a pretty good one, right?
Yeah, I think so. I was quite impressed with Crazy last week. We played against them. They did a really good job. PerilousRAZE, I think, are not bad either, if I remember correctly. So should be a good game.
Yeah.
How was your trip away?
Yeah, so I went around to my fiance's. They had a whole bunch of they had some French friends over, like my fiance's mum's pen pal. They kept in touch like since school. It's crazy, right?
That's pretty impressive, I have to say.
Yeah, so
So,
I spent most of the week trying to speak French.
can you speak any French? Is like it just limited to like bonjour? Is
No,
that
well,
or
very, very mild conversational French. But GCSE, I got a B, right? So, bonjour, ça
well,
va? Ça va bien, merci.
I was actually PerilousRAZE we lost to. I knew it was one of these two teams.
Oh, okay, right, okay.
So
But anyway, back to the game.
back to the game. Yeah, the bans are pretty standard. DP's kind of maybe a little bit out there, but I guess he's seen a lot of action and style out of this, so they've probably been watching that. It did look quite a useful hero, so that makes sense. The two first picks are pretty standard, Venge and Lion. They're pretty much par for the course.
Second pick Doom now, though. That's I'm not saying it's a bad opener. It's just a pretty interesting one, whether it be the off lane or the position for Doom we generally more often see.
So they picked the Doom against us last week, I believe. Yeah, PerilousRAZE did, and they played him in the offlane. It was quite successful. I think Doom is really weak early, particularly if he goes Devour over, say, Infernal Blade. But if Crazy fail to punish it effectively, then it can easily kind of pull out of control because you have a free Midas, right?
Yeah, it becomes like
Can
a
be very
third,
useful.
like a really strong third core hero.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder what they're going for the Lion, playing Crazy. Probably want to pick up a core hero now. Don't want to. We've seen a couple of times now. You pick up your two supports early on, it can be a bit detrimental to your game. But they're just gonna go straight up with the Zeus, a hero that maybe is a little susceptible to being doomed. I should say, you know. He's a core hero who relies very, very strongly on his magic, well, his spells and his abilities. So whether he might have to go towards something like a Lincoln Sphere over a fast, something like a Octarine core.
I'm not sure is probably worth, but the extra damage output from Octarine Core is so useful that maybe just using the Doom. But suddenly picking Doom and Lion and Zeus this early does mean that they obviously have like two quite squishy intelligence cores, or intelligence heroes, sorry, and like a Nyx or something is going to look really good later on. They definitely need to pick something that can front up in the fights. Something and like after I think Knight's got a bit of play over the weekend as well. He'd be quite good against Lion Zeus combo.
Yep, rage up. Doesn't have to worry about the stuns and the magic damage coming through. But Clan Crazy, oh Crazy is there, probably better known. Just gonna ban out the Viper, a hero who just destroys Zeus in the mid lane due to his magic resistance, the corrosive skin. Pretty badass stuff.
Yeah, he's one of the stronger ones. The other one I think they might need to be worried about is TA, particularly with Avenge. I think the meld and the Wave of Terror combo really nicely. So
That's a very good point.
I don't know if they'll ban him out or her out, or maybe they'll just let it go. But I think that would be what I'd be worried about after the Viper.
I'm a bit confused about this Chaos Knight ban though from PerilousRAZE.
I mean, it's a strong hero.
Is it really third phase, like, well, second phase overall third ban for your team though?
I'm not sure what their strategy is. So I mean, like, would they be if they're going? So that they played PerilousRAZE played a Drow strat against us, and it obviously combos well with Avenge. So if they pick something up here like a Windrunner into the Drow, then that could be really good. And the CK obviously has a really good way of grabbing the Drow and removing her ulti effectively. So
They also banned out Sven, another sort of melee carry with the stun. So maybe they're just trying to give the Doom a decent start in this off lane. So, you know, just keep those stuns to the supports.
That's another really reasonable point. Like a CKN lane can really punish the Doom.
Wow, Oracle get picked up. A hero that I've, you know, I always hear mixed things about, but I think the general consensus is actually pretty shit. Unless you have a Death Prophet.
I think it is potentially a really good hero, but unless the problem with it is it's just it's so easy to mess up if you're not like fully aware of what the spells are on your team or even you using it. You get the combo slightly wrong, you end up healing the other hero. There's the Drow.
Oh wow.
So I should do this professionally, mate.
I guess Oracle, like, his Fate's Edict is very good against the Lion and Zeus. If you put that on, I'm going to expect them to get like a mid hero who doesn't right click too often now. Maybe because it'll be like a frontliner. You could put him there. You know, something like the Death Prophet. Obviously, we don't have the Death Prophet. Something like the Death Prophet, possibly.
Well, I think you need something to combo with the Drow. To be honest, they haven't got anything on there that's a Drow pickup. So. What they could do, this is maybe a little bit left field, but they could play the Oracle mid and then pick up a Visage as another support. Like the Oracle mid can be really strong early game, which is also when Drow is strong, because his nuke damage is so high. If he just goes like Dagon,
early levels,
something filth like
early
that.
levels on Oracle, that's ridiculous. I like the Yule's combo; it's insane. So you Purifying Flames, then you Fortune's End. Then you Purifying Flames again, and then you use them to get rid of the Purifying Flames.
Oh, that's pretty good, yeah.
Actually, no, the better combo is Purifying Flames, use them, channel Fortune's End, so you get a long lockdown, and then cast Purifying Flames, and then when the Fate's Edict, Fortune's End hits them, it purges off the second Purifying Flames.
That's pretty good. So it's definitely an option. Like none of those heroes, unless none of those heroes really benefit from the extra range damage yet. So that will be the one thing I'd be concerned about.
But anyway, over on the other side, AA and Abaddon, interesting. I mean, AA, great against the Doom and the Oracle.
Yeah,
Scorched Earth and the heals from Oracle, not very effective under the Ice
I'm not
Blast.
sure how, actually, So I was playing today, I was playing Ability Draft, and I discovered that if you Aphotic Shield while the False Promise is on, then your Aphotic Shield never pops, so it doesn't absorb the damage. So I don't know how healing works either. False Promise does. It might actually just give you the full healing. I'm not sure about that.
What do you mean?
So because the damage and the healing gets applied at the end of the ulti, right?
Yeah, but Abaddon and Oracle are on different teams.
No, sorry. So if the AA ultis the Oracle's False Promise target, when does the healing not happen? Does that make sense?
Ah, I see. Yeah.
Like, because if it all happens at the end, the ulti could have finished by then, and then the AA ulti is useless.
It's a very good
point.
Sure. It's an interaction I've thought about before, but never got around to looking up. So I have absolutely no idea. Maybe we'll get to see this game. But once again, PerilousRAZE banning out another like melee carry hero here. They're really bit scared of that. And the TA, yeah. This is fantastic.
I'm not sure though whether it gets the buff from Drow. We'll have to see. I'm pretty sure it's a melee hero, right?
Is he? Okay, I was thinking the opposite. We'll have to see. Oh my, we should know more than this. Either way, TA coupled with the Vengeful Spirit and potentially the Drow Aura. And TA is very good against Zeus as well in the mid lane, just because you can soak up. Yes, the Arc Lightning can get down the refraction charges, but it does mean you can last hit pretty securely and even potentially get quite aggressive on him. It's like when you first think about it, right? You're like, oh, Arc Lightning can burst down TA's refraction shields really quickly, but it's actually not that bad. But Wraith Kick King at the end there. Any final thoughts?
The Wraith King's interesting. The Drow can easily, and I don't necessarily know how well that will work. But the TA, I don't think gets the damage bonus. So I'm not sure about this. It could be without a damage bonus. I'm not sure about the Drow as a pick though. So it could be interesting which way this goes. She should certainly be able to wipe out these squishy supports though on the team crazy. So it could be interesting.
Yeah. So here we are, guys. This is going to be... So we're in week 5, so this is the last set of games. Well, the first round of games, I should say, of these theoretically 2-game series. And it's going to be PerilousRAZE versus Crazy, and I'm very much looking forward to this. And, man, I'm a little rusty with the camera here. But anyway, this should be great. I'm very much looking forward to it. So let's quickly go through who's playing what. So on the Radiant side, we've got Team Crazy. We've got Black Blob. Black Bob playing the Wraith King. Blue Eagle on the Ancient Apparition. We got Vieta on the Lion. I'm completely sure that's the wrong way to say it. Tango X on the Abaddon. And finally, Beach playing the Zeus.
And on the Dire, we have Sue playing the Drow Ranger. We have Meticulous Devitt playing the Venge. We have Fabled playing the Oracle. We have Dude, that's quite a nice little short name, on the TA. And we have Mulak on the Doom. So.
Nice. And he's got himself an Observer and a Sentry if he wants to put it down quickly. Puts down the Observer ward, it's going to protect him, doesn't block anything up. This Sentry might. They're going to see him put down the Sentry potentially, but they did not see that he had an Observer ward, so... I'm not sure whether they'll know that's there, and it's in the spawn box, so this camp will be blocked.
Well, they'll obviously find out when that camp gets blocked.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he did that deliberately or not. I prefer putting it slightly outside so they're not aware of it, but let's see. To the guy in chat who said that TA isn't a very good counter to Zeus, he's the 5th best on Dota buff, or she's the 5th best on Dota buff. So the refraction early means that you don't take any harass from the Arc Lightning, which is one of the strongest bits of the Zeus.
And TA doesn't actually go for an early stick here. But you know,
that's
maybe,
surprising.
I find that surprising because you could soak up the damage with refraction and gain stick charges as well.
Yeah,
but
that's
maybe
definitely a really good combo.
Preferring to go for a very early bottle where possible. But, you know, it's preference. You know, that's what he decides to go for. Zeus does put down an Observer ward. I'm sure TA should have realized that that's happened. He came to lane with it. Clicking on him and realizing it's not there might be a bit obvious where it is. But we'll see.
She's not going to have any. I doubt she'll have any way of doing anything about it though for at least a couple of minutes. So it's probably a fair enough ward from the Zeus.
Yeah, but anyway, so on paper, it should be a TA-favoured matchup in the mid lane. But if we look over to the other lanes, we do see Vengeful Spirit in the top lane for PerilousRAZE. Turning out an off-lane Abaddon, not a location we see Abaddon in, or we hardly see Abaddon at all anyway. What's he started off with?
I'm a really big fan of the off-lane Abaddon, actually. And I think Crazy may have played this when they played us, but it's really good if they don't harass him out properly. If he gets to like level 3, he can just Aphotic Shield and run at the offlaner. The safe line of the carry, sorry. And the carry really doesn't have anything to do he can do about it. If he attacks him, he takes damage from the Aphotic Shield. If he doesn't, then the Abaddon can mess with the aggro. It's not as popular now as it used to be because it's so easy to just jungle with the offlaner with an Iron Talon, but I really like it personally. It's one of my favorite offlaners.
It's actually got a recipe for an Iron Talon himself, so I guess with the Aphotic Shield and a point of Curse of Avernus, he could go back towards that jungle if he really wanted to. But you're right,
yeah,
I do think Abaddon is potentially very strong, and I've seen some players, who are very confident and experienced on the off lane. They can win the lane by themselves, They can force the safe lane in the back, constantly forcing the supports to come in and help, and then, you could just continue chasing with the Aphotic Shield, and the amount of damage you end up putting out is a lot. And you can even go for the cheeky deny with the Mist Coil level as well, if need be.
Yeah, that's how I like to see it played. The one issue is that later on, like Abaddon isn't as strong as some of the other offlaners play, and when you have access to the Iron Talon, like you can play almost any hero in the offlane and kind of get away with it. So that's why maybe Abaddon isn't seen so much at the pro level these days, I think.
But I mean, also we've got to remember that the Aphotic Shield does purge off stuns. One of which, well, there's one stun?
Yeah. So he can only purge off the root, obviously. If he's stunned, he can't cast a Aphotic Shield. So he can purge off the Oracle root, but he can't do anything about the Venge stun if he
I was more meaning for allies as well, though.
Oh yeah. The problem is then you start moving the Abaddon into just kind of a very greedy support. If he's more focused on that than like a real core, which can cause problems. The Doom's doing quite well here, actually. He's up to level 2.
Yeah, he got himself a nice Unholy Aura from the Satyr Tormentor. An extra 6 health regen, which is fantastic in this off lane. He is being zoned out a little bit. He's now coming up to level 3. Meanwhile, over on the other side, Abaddon is level 3 himself. So towards this mid lane, as expected, if this is not proof enough. The TA up to 26 CS plus 7 denies versus the mere 10 of the Zeus. Going pretty much the way I guess we'd expect it to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Has she got the drow buff? That's the question. Base damage.
She does. She does. She got the precision aura.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. There we go. I guess she is ranged.
Extra bit of synergy there as well.
Yeah, that is actually much better than I thought then. With that, she's going to do a lot of damage late game. Well, mid game. In fact, at all points. And she already does, you know, when she gets a Desolator up, she's going to just run through the
top lane,
like the
Abaddon.
Zeus.
This could be our first blood. It is. Oracle going to snatch that kill with the Purifying Flames. And Drow Ranger using those, in fact, level 2 Frost Arrows now. Sometimes we normally just see them left at level 1, but seeing the kill potential there, slowing him down enough to be able to get the kill. I don't think he had any mana, or at least the Aphotic Shield was on cooldown.
I think that's the problem. He hasn't got any mana regen. I like to see, if you're trying to stay in lane, I like to see the hero get a Bassi, so you can try and keep the Aphotic Shield up for when you need it, but if he gets caught out without any mana, he is pretty dead, so there we go.
Okay, TA's hit level 6 now, Zeus only level 5.5, Vengeful Spirit is smoked up here, looking to maybe combo up with Dude here on the TA. TA's got a trap down already, so they just need to get the stun plus the slow, and I think this is a dead Zeus, especially without any rotations coming in. There's even a third hero, the Oracle, ready to try and jump on the Zeus, and Zeus might be in a bit of trouble, but TA's a bit far away. They get the stun onto him, but no slow. They get the second slow, and now they're going to chase it after him. He might try and throw out what damage he can. Locked down now by the Fortune's End, and the kill goes the way of the Vengeful Spirit. TA helping out with a lot of physical damage there.
I think he could have got away if he'd run straight down, but he came back. I don't think he realized the Oracle was there. And then with that, the route, there was no way he was going to escape. So that was really well executed.
Yeah, I mean, TA was so far away, but the stun was enough from the Venge, it seems. So we're talking about Zeus very fragile in this mid lane without any help, and good rotation is coming in from the supports. And speaking of Razor's supports, they're looking to maybe go on Abaddon here. He doesn't have his level 6, he's locked down! There's so much physical damage here. An extra 13 damage to both these supports being ranged heroes really starts to add up over time.
Mm-hmm. He did have mana for Aphotic Shield and the Deny, so I think he might have been able to get away there, but...
And it came out of nowhere, though. He just died so quickly.
Yeah. He doesn't have that much strength early, like his... armor, sorry. And certainly with a Wave of Terror, I think he's going to be negative. If he doesn't have an Aphotic Shield up, he's going to be in big trouble. And I think this Doom here is actually doing really well. He's not being zoned out particularly. He's level 4 at 6 minutes, which is fine for the offlaner. So he's actually doing really well. And the problem is now they've let him get levels, they can't really leave him alone with the Wraith King. So they need to leave at least one support here, which means the Zeus is in more trouble mid. The Abaddon's not getting any help top. He's had to retreat to the jungle. So this is definitely what you want when you're playing a Drow strat. To put the pressure on early. They'll start, if this continues like this, they'll start trying to push down towers, perhaps top, and really accelerate from there.
Bottom lane, Doom's looking to get aggressive here. He does get hexed up for now. He's got the Scorch Earth, chasing off the Lion as Oracle goes to side. He's got on a different target. They're going to get the Lion, though. Purifying Flames even going to net a third kill now for Oracle. And he's even got one assist, so he's been part of every single kill on Razor's side. Doom knowing that he had the backup there from Fabled. Just turn on that Scorched Earth, throw a few right clicks out onto the Lion, and Oracle was able to finish him off.
This TA is absolutely manhandling the mid lane. He's up to 52 last hits at 7.5 minutes.
It's insane. He must have literally missed like 1 or 2 creeps at most, if any.
Yeah, he's pretty on target. I'm not sure.
I think the most he can have is about 84 at 10 minutes. I think.
He's going to be there or thereabouts. I mean, so he's done very well. The Zeus is quite hard to deny with, I guess. But maybe should have done a little bit better than that. It is very easy when you're hitting for 220 damage, which the TA currently is.
Maybe the Zeus should have gone for a second point and Arc Lightning just to get that extra little bit of damage so he can guarantee himself some last hits. Over maxing that Lightning Bolt, maybe? I'm not a huge Zeus
I think
player.
that's what you tend to see the pros do nowadays. But I don't know. His new damage is obviously higher.
Haste Rune onto the TA, does get stunned up by the line, but once again, the huge magic damage from the Oracle. Now with 3 points in Purifying Flames, he pretty much did that all on his own. Purifying Flames, coupled up with a Fortune's End, then another Purifying Flames. Pretty much just killed off Zeus there, single-handedly.
Yeah, that's a lot of nuke damage. That's like 600 nuke damage. So it pretty much takes 2/3 of the Zeus's health off straight away. I just want to see them single pull here on the top lane, and then they can easily push this tower down, I think.
Oh yeah, stack it up, and then just... Now Drow, well, she was already 6 a while ago, now up to nearly level 8. Abaddon is getting close to his level 6, so we'll have that borrowed time, but he's just being forced back solo, or pretty much single-handedly by the Drow. As Oracle's going to come in now. Nah, they can't go for this. Maybe
that was a solo kill mid by the TA.
Now she's seeing if anyone would follow. This TA can just continue to do this. She's already got a Blink Dagger 9.5 minutes in.
And the phase boots and a wand. Like, she is doing very well.
That is ridiculous. She'll have a Deso in maybe 6 minutes or something? 6 more minutes? And
yeah,
then with a Blink Deso, like, how did they stop her? There's nothing. She's just going to jump on anyone, bar maybe the Wraith King and Abaddon, and blow them up.
Yeah, the Wraith King's going armlet build, which I'm not sure I like. The Doom obviously has a lot of AoE damage. From the rest of the team, it's probably okay, but I'm not sure about it. I much prefer just a Blink or an SMY early.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to push down.
You're right. I mean, it could end up being really good, and yeah, the PerilousRAZE going to force out the fortification from this top tower. I think they should be able to get it this creep wave. Abaddon maybe going to stick around, try and get in range for denying. Not going to happen as he's forced to use that borrowed time and doesn't get the tower. And it's the Drow Rangers.
Yes, there's no swap up on the Venge, so he can just about get away with that. But that was pretty close.
Doom's got his level 6 now. So he doesn't want to use that on the Wraith King, because the Wraith King has got his reincarnation. Maybe with the support coming in, or maybe the TA decides to come bottom as well. They could easily get a kill, or maybe even 2. As TA's got an Invis Rune here, looking to jump on the Ancient Apparition. He's just going to get destroyed. 1 right click, 2 right clicks, and make it 3. The minus armor coming in from the Max Meld now. Securing that kill, no issues. Well weighted
here
up on the high ground.
Could easily see a go on the Zeus as well, actually, with
the Blink, 100%. Especially with the Oracle around. Maybe just a little bit worried about the potential TP support, but I think the Zeus will just die before that happens.
Yeah, like with the Oracle there as well. I think it's going to take 3 seconds to blow him up.
Right, Ancient Apparitions come to this top lane now to try and help out Abaddon and slow this push. That Real doesn't seem too keen on stopping. Looking to do some stacks somewhere along the lines. Looks like she is with the Helmet Dominator. Bottom lane, though, we're going to see Wraith King. He's going to get gone on here. Not quite enough damage. Healing up now through the Purifying Flames, helping up. But there's the 3rd one. Going to be able to get that kill. Reincarnation being used to Hex onto the Doom. He's got the Scorched Earth, but the crit does come in from Black Bomb. He finally throws out the Doom before his mana does get drained. Wraith King fairly tanky. 1,200 hit points mean this Doom, it's not going to do too much to him. It's only like 300 magic damage at level 1. Or pure damage, I should say. So...
Yeah, he could probably have held the Doom there, I think, after... I don't think there was a kill potential after the Oracle used all his mana. But they could probably just go for these guys here, actually.
Oh, Lion. The blink on forward. They're going to try and go for the Meld Strike. He takes 2 hits, and it's going to bring him down to half HP. The 3rd hit with the Oracle Purifying Flames means the Oracle now on a mega kill streak. Here I was saying the hero is pretty shit, but... I did say situationally. So.
He's running around, he's hitting for 130 damage, right click, with the lowest base attack time in the game, and on top of that, he's got one of the strongest nukes at this kind of phase of the game. So this is really his peak right here. He can pretty much, he doesn't even need the TA anymore to blow up heroes. He could probably solo the Zeus, the Oracle, I think.
Yeah. Zeus does have a regen rune, so might be forced to use that. Yet to see a Thunder God's Wrath. I'd like to see him maybe don't know, Lion doesn't have his level 6 yet. I mean, Wraith King, he went for this armlet, which kind of implies that they want to fight. It's an okay farming item, I guess, but if you were just going to sit back and farm, you're probably better off just going for a Midas.
I'm not sure about this Drow build. This is kind of like pub Drow with the Helm of the Dominator into Shadowblade. I'd much rather see them like literally from this point just 5-man up and take tier 2s, to be honest. But I don't know, it could work out.
I think because they're so far
She can
ahead,
go for
there's
that.
certainly potential for it to work. And she's going to get hit with a nice blast in the face.
I'm not sure. Maybe, I mean, the late game potential on Crazy isn't huge, but I'd much rather see, if I was playing a Drow strat, I'd much rather end the game before 25 minutes, particularly with this kind of advantage. Like, they have a 10k gold lead. Like, they should just be able to finish with the amount of damage they're putting out here. Certainly they could go Roche.
Ah, that's a
Not
very good
much they
point.
can do about that.
Maybe we'll
Which might be,
see.
they're all gathering up, so maybe that's what they're going for.
Benji's got smoke. I think it's going to back off. Maybe try and find a pick off, or just go straight into the Roche pit, like you said. Yeah, I imagine that's probably what they're going to do. Leave someone on the middle lane, make them think twice about the fact that they're going Roshan. But we do see a line is going to be drawn now. Going to be greedy and pick up the rune. Nope, they're not. That's a smart move because it might have been a bit obvious with the Observer Ward. Pulling it out, and look how quickly this Roshan is going to go down. They're going to force Doom to take a lot of damage. The Undergod's Wrath does come out. They know where they are, but it's way too late. We're nearly 15 minutes in, and that Roshan fell in mere seconds. As TA picks up the Aegis of the Immortal and is very close now, or getting a lot closer to that Deso.
With the Medallion on Venge, they have a
that's
ludicrous amount of minus armor, so...
The Wave of Terror, plus Drow Ranger hitting so
meld.
freaking hard.
Yeah.
You know, you can just see it's the synergy from the draft is just so clear, and Crazy have yet to get a kill this game. It's so scary is the jump in onto Zeus. Might get hexed up, stunned as well, but the magic damage, it's not going to do anything because TA has the refraction charges. And,
She's not worried at all there. She's got refraction, she's got the Aegis. They can just do exactly the same thing here. There's no way they can pressure her. The Wraith King, does the Wraith King have his ulti back? No, so he still doesn't have his ulti back for 25 seconds. So without that, I don't think there's any way they can defend this tier 2.
I don't think they can fight, even if he did have it, to be honest.
I mean, it would be touch and go, but
yeah.
certainly without it, there's no chance.
They get the mid
Now
T2 tower, and they're going to TP back to this bottom lane to stop the solo pushing Wraith King.
Expect they'll just push the tier 2 here as well. There's no reason that they shouldn't. They've got the Desolator now up on the TA as well, so even more minus armor coming out.
Look at that. I said it'll be 6 minutes until it comes. That was at 10 minutes, and it's 16 minutes.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous timing. I had to see how far ahead she is in net worth. Well, only 2.5k over the Wraith King, but particularly when combined with the Drow Aura, she is just ridiculously ridiculously powerful right now.
Yeah, it's going to move towards this bottom lane. Ice Blast? It's a pretty good deterrent for pushing, but there's no one there to follow up from the Ice Blast, so do anything.
I'm not sure if they'll just go straight high ground. They have everything they need.
The only thing, so they
look
have
like
to just
they're going for it? No, they're going to go back and take the last tier 2.
as well as the slow onto the Wraith King. He does have that level 2 ultimate now, so the cooldown isn't as devastating as it usually is. They're going to chase after him for now, maybe waiting for a little bit more backup. TA maybe doesn't want to get stunned up here, but look at this right-click damage, already down to about a quarter of his HP. Going to turn on that armlet, brings him out to a little bit healthy, and in comes the line. 2-man stun, nice work there, but they do work through that reincarnation. But the Ice Blast hits on 3. If they could just get this actually the ultimate comes in from the Zeus. They're going to be able to get 2 kills off of the back of that, or make it 3, but it's not going to be a proper kill, as it was just the Aegis from TA, but that was well held from the Wraith King, knowing backup was on its way. And a good stun, good Ice Blast, and then the Thunder God's Wrath to come through. It was a lot of damage that Raze clearly weren't expecting. And that's actually the first 2 kills going the way of Crazy here.
That's a really nice fake T-Deck dodging the Wraith King stun there. Don't know if you saw it.
Here comes the
And
Drow
this
on
is
the back
clear
lines
out.
with his Shadow Blade,
Yeah.
just going after Zeus. He's silenced up. He can't do anything for now. The Purifying Flame's going to be a lot, and now Wraith King, he doesn't have his reincarnation. He's going to go down to the magic damage, and the 5th kill might be onto the Abaddon. They get it. He is dead. What? Did he? His ultimate didn't even... That was weird. His ultimate seemed to pop, but while he was dead. But either way, 5 heroes dead on Crazy. They thought maybe they had the advantage after killing off 2 heroes on Raze, but we're quite early on into the game, so their respawn timers were very low.
I think if they just push for the high ground now, I'm not sure. I think they might just win without the Wraith King ulti there. That was the only reason that the fight was close there, was that the Wraith King baited it out for so long, and now they have the Doom back up. I think they can just do it. This line certainly can't be where he sat. Like, if I was the TA, I think I'd just take it.
Does have Finger now after getting being in the vicinity of at least one of the kills, or getting some creeps or something like that. He's now level 6, so that's a little bit of extra magic damage. Ice Blast off cooldown in 9 seconds with Thunder God's Wrath. Maybe they can blow up that one target. Probably, ideally the TA or the Drow, but Drow's going to be sitting far at the back. TA, very hard to kill with the refraction charges, so might just be a pipe dream.
If he managed to grab the TA, I mean, the problem is the line needs a blink, really, which is, let's be fair, never going to happen. So if he had a blink, he could maybe grab a Hex on the TA before the refraction was up, and then she's quite easy to kill, actually. She doesn't have great strength. But when the TA is initiating on her terms, she can always make sure the so it's quite difficult for them to do anything about it. I'm not sure. I guess they're just looking to farm up some stacks, probably wait for the next Roshan and then go high ground. I think it's going to be, I don't know, is it 3 minutes? 4 minutes.
So it's a fairly quick respawn. Definitely something they could do. They don't want to throw it away, you know. What are they sitting at? They're sitting at a 14k net worth lead. And Crazy going to go for the only crazy player that's available to them now. Is going to smoke up as 5 and look for a pick-off if they can. They saw Dude on that TA farming inside the jungle.
Under this ward here? I think they might have been. I think that's why the TA backed.
But TA might just run into them now, but she's got the blink dagger off in 2 seconds, but if they can get off that magic damage, she's not going to be able to do it, even through all the refraction charges. Goes into the meld, he's going to try and run away for now, but no. Zeus going to end that dominating streak for 600 gold.
So if they were under the ward, the TA obviously didn't, or didn't realize they'd be there. That was quite good. That was over a 2k gold swing in favor of the Radiant there. It's the kind of play they need to make, I think. They've got how many smokes have they got left in the shop?
They must have quite a lot. Like 2.
Yeah, they've still got 2 left, so they can keep making plays like that.
They just buy them out.
I'm not sure why the Drow got the Silver Edge. Maybe she knows something I don't.
I don't know. I think the maim is pretty good. The bonus damage is just, and the extra little bit of HP you get from it is okay. Maybe she could have just gone in for like gone for a Yasha first. Maybe gone for like a Blink beforehand. I don't know.
I mean, the Shadow Blade is fine, but I don't think the Silver Edge is worth the money unless, I guess when you're so far ahead, it doesn't really matter. But like, she's going a Yasha now, so I guess she's just going to get a Manta. But I think she'd have been better off just leaving it as an SMY, and then maybe going into Silver Edge and Manta later if she felt she needed to.
Yeah, I don't think we can dwell on this too much. I think the damage reduction plus I think the cooldown is lower as well, I believe. I'm not sure. All the extra bonus damage you get from it is, you know, it's not too bad. Not too bad. You're right. I think SNY probably would have been the safer option, but she's just going to farm up so quickly anyway. I would have liked to have seen the Aghanims with the three Maelstroms.
Oh, yeah, that would have been excellent.
But anyway,
are they smoking for Roche? It's a bit early.
No, they're not going for Rose. The arrows being drawn. The lines into the Radiant jungle they go. Drow Ranger leading the way with the Silver Edge. Although maybe, are they waiting around? They know they're all here. She can get a really big sign of catching out 2. They just blow up the Zeus, deleting him. The Ice Blast going to come through. Only hits on 1 for now, although the debuff does hit the TA. She's throwing out right click. She can. Good stun coming from the line, catching out 2, but still, only the Doom is going to be dead. The Reincarnation comes in from the Wraith King, stuns up the Drow Ranger. She's not getting that bonus damage because of the proximity, but wow, she pushes him back and the right click damage, it turns on. Now Drow Ranger chasing after the Abaddon. He doesn't have his ultimate this time around. Aphotic Shield only going to keep you alive for so long, and only the 2 supports from Crazy alive. 2, oh, I thought it might have just been 1.
probably could have got that there if you felt like it, but I think they're just gonna bring the creep lane up, take the racks.
No need to go for Roshan now. They've they've got the numbers advantage. Wraith King and the Abaddon down for over 20 seconds.
Yeah, with the Wraith King ulti down as well, there's no way they can contest the Rosh after they take it. They can take this Rax, go back for Rosh, come back for the other 2 Racks.
Yep.
No way they can contest.
Ice Blast is going to come through, hits on multiple heroes. The Thunder God's Wrath. Really only a deterrent. It does stop the TA from jumping further for that kill. Drow Rangers, hexed up. Might look for the stun. The swap is going to be there very defensively. PerilousRAZE looks like they get the call to go back. Although maybe reinitiation, Drow Ranger, she wants to go for more. Goes for the silence on the Zeus. Zeus can't do anything. The shortwave comes through from Doom. Oh, the damage coming from the TA blows up the Lion. Lion's going to buy back the stun onto the Wraith King, and he's dead as well. No reincarnation to bring him back from the dead. And the fortification is going to deny the kill on the melee barracks, but only for a very short while as Lion. What's he doing? He walks to his death.
That was very, very
he was
ballsy.
Dead, whatever.
Crazy, you might say.
Ice Blast going to be off the mark again. But look at Drow Ranger. She don't care. She's going to get cold feeted up underneath the Ice Vortex. But it's not going to matter. That's one set of racks. The second set of racks should be falling very shortly. And Crazy maybe have one team fight left in them. If they can execute this perfectly, maybe. There's no Thunder God's Wrath. There's no Reincarnation. There's no Finger. And they don't even have Ice Blast at the moment. T4's getting wailed on by an Arrow Barrage. And another kill going the way of Dude. I want to make a kill streak. But man, Crazy getting slaughtered inside their own base. Maybe Raze look to get back, or maybe they're just going to bait them out, kill them again as Doom. Still got that Doom online. The Vlad's helping his team push through all of that.
I think they're just going to be... Are they just going to go take that Rosh?
Drow can do that.
Not sure what they're up to, actually. Yeah, I mean, like... if I were... The game is pretty much finished, I think. Crazy could call GG at this point.
I wouldn't blame
They probably just maybe they just want to play. Yeah, maybe they just want to play it out. I think it can be a good thing to call the GG at a reasonable time. You don't want to get too demoralized, because I don't think any of the team fights are going to go particularly well for them from here on out. But there you go.
Oh,
it's been difficult.
On the top lane, Wraith King looking for solo kills, turns on the armlet. Might want to do that a little bit earlier. Venge does have that swap. No TPs or anything around. Does get stunned up as she turns around and stuns as well. So another kill going the way of Crazy, making the scoreline look 1 kill less worse. But yeah, Drow and TA is going to be enough to take down Roshan very quickly. Aegis going the way of TA.
What she got on the courier? Is that BKB? Yeah. Full BKB on the courier. 3.5 grand in cash. You can almost afford her crit. Yeah, that is a little bit boring, actually. I'm very disappointed. I would have much rather seen a rapier. That would have been much more fun. But there we go. Or the crit. The Drow's finished her Manta style. The net worth advantage is huge now. Yeah, it's 30,000. So.
Ouch.
You know it's not going well when the position 5 Venge is trying to buy a butterfly. That's probably not the kind of sight you want to see.
No. But so where do you
Oracles...
think... I was going to say, where do you think Perilous... not Perilous, where do you think Crazy went wrong?
I think... Well, I think, to be honest, they... So, my captain is going to dislike this. He extremely dislikes the Drow pickup, but I think the Drow strat is exceptionally strong early. They picked 2, well, in all honesty, 3 extremely squishy heroes in the Zeus, the AA, and the Lion. They didn't punish the Doom in lane, which they absolutely needed to do, and then as a result, the TA and the Drow and and even the Venge and Oracle can just go around and lay into these 3 squishy heroes. If they picked, I don't know. I'm not sure.
This is where the AA and Abaddon fall short a little bit. But we'll come back to that at the end of this game, probably, as Dude does get stunned up there along with the Oracle, but the Thunder God's Wrath thrown out, getting people on Raze pretty low, but Lion's dead, and Abaddon forced to use that ultimate as the right clicks do come in from the TA. Gonna throw out one last right one, chasing now after the Abaddon. In comes the Doom as well. He's got a blink of his own. They get the second kill there, Wraith King. He's pretty low. Reincarnation is going to be used, but he's being surrounded. Ice Blast going to come through, hits on 3 or 4 heroes there, but really not enough. GG finally called by Beach there, but I mean, what a showing from PerilousRAZE there, going 25 for 5. Maybe even looking for more before this game ends. This is over in under half an hour. Something you definitely want to see if you're sort of drafting this push drow strat that we've seen.
Yeah, that's exactly what they wanted when they picked up the heroes they picked. It went basically perfectly for PerilousRAZE. That's what the draft was designed to do, and it did it. So I guess they're gonna have no complaints.
I guess it's just like, what could AA really achieve? He was just an ice blast this game.
They need you need to achieve that. You need some knowing they had the drow, they needed to think about what they could do early. Like a gyro might have been nice. They did draft themselves into a little bit of a corner with that AA Lion though. They were always going to be like, the Lion needs a blink. The AA, well, is not great early either. I think he
needs like
he's
a
quite
setup.
greedy.
Needs like a setup as well, like a Dark Seer or Faces. I think to be like
Yeah, I mean a Dark Seer. A Dark Seer would have struggled against the Drow, I suppose, but perhaps something like a Bat Rider would have been really good to get on top of the TA and the Drow when they're not expecting it.
Yeah.
But or a Beastmaster maybe. One of the things that the pros do is obviously pick in like an Enchantress or a Chen, and you can really have a huge impact early as well. But and maybe an Ench off lane. I don't know. It was a bit difficult with leaving this Wraith King for the last pick. I think they maybe drafted themselves into a bit of a corner against this lineup.
I guess teams, be aware of this PerilousRAZE sort of physical push strat. They've run it at least 2 times now. I have a feeling maybe even 3. So there's a little hint. There's a little hint for you guys.
It's definitely one of their favorites. They've executed it quite well against us, and they executed it quite well. I think we had slightly better early game, but it worked equally as well when they started pushing. And here it was, played to perfection. Really, you couldn't ask for much more from any of their heroes. So, yeah, it's definitely devastating.
Right. So well done to both teams, but PerilousRAZE come out victorious here. I guess, okay, so thank you as court as well. Go follow Azrael Games on Twitter. I'm Zambrella. You can follow me on Twitch and Twitter at Zambrella101. And as well, of course, don't forget to follow BlinkDOTA on Twitch and Twitter at BlinkDOTA UK. Big shout out to Overclockers UK as well, for they're going to be providing some of the prize pools, which have yet to be announced. Well, I say prize pools. It's going to be a prize of some sort, and plus the giveaway, as we got some funky noises coming your end.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. Don't worry. But and also, okay, what's coming up next is going to be something different versus virtual banter. That will be happening literally like in a few minutes. I think they're going to.
Are we casting that, or is it being cast on a different channel?
No, it's going to be cast on this channel, but Max is on fire. Is going to be casting it.
Okay, excellent. So stick around and watch that, guys. Should be good. But a scrub dose is always fun.
Of course, thanks for tuning in, and stay right here as we're going to have another game coming your way.
Thanks very much.